guys, this is Yuri from Visa Approved. This video is gonna be for tourist visa for like vacation or visit to the United States. Anyway, disclaimer, I am not a lawyer. My husband and I, we just had experiences throughout the years with our own process of applying for K-1 visa, doing our own green card without a lawyer or an agency to help us. So we had to do a lot of research for it. Yeah, that's it. Just concerned, and I like to help people to have this kind of process because not everybody can afford thousands of dollars for this process. And so last week, my friend went for an interview in Manila, U.S. Embassy. So this is specifically in the Philippines. Two of my friends actually applied for tourist visa last month and both got denied because in the Philippines you have to have strong ties to ensure that you are going back home, and strong ties means having a job that to where you can prove that you are going back to the Philippines, or having an asset, properties, a house, a business, land, or anything that you can prove to where you can, prove that there's something in the Philippines that you can, go back to, that you can prove that you won't violate your entry in the United States. Also, another thing is you have to, if you have an existing fiancé visa, this is another thing that my friend did and other people, like if you have an existing, for example, a student visa or some kind of like a fiancé visa, you can't have two visas at once. They will deny your application. Because we know another Filipina who had a 10 years entry of tourist visa to the US, and she tried to apply for a student visa and she got denied for her student visa, and they also like eliminated her tourist visa. So you had to be careful that you are not violating, the visa application process. And with my friend, the one who went to the U.S. Embassy last week, I gave her a letter to that said I'm supplying for her financial needs for her trip, that we are going on road trips to Las Vegas, like all kinds of stuff, and that I'm gonna be showing her around. She's staying in the house for the rest of her trip. And so during the interview, they had questions like, how is she gonna support her trip financially? How is she gonna be able to spend for her trip? And then also, because I had an invitation letter for my friend, they asked about me. What's my relationship with my friend? So questions like, what is she doing in the United States given the invitation letter? For women specifically who are younger, like who are in their 20s to 40s, if they don't have relatives in the United States, that's another factor because it sounds questionable. Also, if there's not enough evidence to supply, like for the question about the financial situation, who's gonna be responsible for financial aspect of the trip? In her case, it's not her. Also, like they ask questions about, do you have, if you're going to the United States, do you have money in the bank to supply for your trip? How much money? It's like around 10 grand or something, because it's expensive to travel to the US. The itself is kind of like $1,000 to $2,000 round trip. But also, like, we know some people who have done tourist visa and pass through the process. A Filipino, a guy that had a multiple entry like visa to the US. You can try, but yeah, for women it's hard to get that unless you can prove that there's a strong ties and that you will come back to the Philippines, because so many people violate it. And if you're in a situation where you are visiting your boyfriend or girlfriend in the United States and you plan to get married, it's better, I suggest, in my opinion, I suggest doing K1 visa, or just develop your relationship and proceed into doing a CR1 visa, meaning you have to get married then go to the United States, because that's the safest way to where, you know, you're not wasting, you don't want to waste your money in a failed application. If you apply for a fiancé visa and you're in a relationship with someone, you can get approved, like most of the time, if you can prove your relationship. And then, or, you know, you can just meet in the Philippines or in another country, whichever is convenient, to prove that you are in a relationship with a person. If that's the case, if you guys are in a relationship, the best way is not tourist visa. The best way is a fiancé visa. What it means is that you are in a relationship and you are applying for a fiancé visa to get married in the United States, or get married in the Philippines and apply for a spousal visa, CR1 or K3 visa. Like, you don't want to waste your money in this kind of process, especially if your fiance or your girlfriend and you're like attempting to do a tourist visa and your fiance is not from Manila area, is from another parts of the Philippines. Because like my friend's from Cebu, and she had to fly to Manila and spent like $130 for a round trip ticket and hotel nearby US Embassy Manila, transportation, food, and then also they told her to wait for a call after 3 days after the interview. What you have to know is, like, if you go on an interview at the US Embassy and you have your passport with you, go back home, because you are highly likely to not get it. Because if they are gonna approve you, they will ask for your passport so that they can put the stamp. It's gonna look like this on the screen. They will take your passport so that they can put the stamp that says tourist visa, fiancé visa, and send it to your home address. They will ask for your address. If they don't ask for your passport, that means highly likely you're not approved. That's it, guys. I wish you all the best. Good luck. So I went ahead and applied for US citizenship, which was surprisingly very fast. And then so I created an account, and my account that